life in the air. Tonight, Linda Kaufman introduces us to Milt Hatfield, a remarkable Elkhart County man. He's someone you should know.
Meet 79-year-old Milt Hatfield, retired businessman, active aviator. And this is his dream machine, a flying wing ultralight. Its short wings enable it to take off in 5 seconds from a field in his backyard. He designed it, built it, and this week flew it for the first time, one of his biggest thrills in 60 years of flying. It's the type of plane aviation experts say can't fly, but these pictures are evidence it does.
It gives me pleasure in doing what's possible. And I hope to show the world that the idea is conceivable and it would fit into our future. Matter of fact, I feel that this design would probably outperform the ship that just completed a trip around the world. Much more stability, much more room to carry the people and carry more fuel.
The Stars and Stripes model is a new and improved version of an aircraft he built 2 years ago that was actually mistaken for a UFO. This plane was his first attempt at recreating an Arab Hatfield flew in the 30s. When not in the air, he's on the ground reinventing airplanes, waiting in the wings, a folding model that can be towed in a trailer.
I learned years ago that there's limits to what you can do, and I try to stay within those limits.
Hatfield may have learned the sky's not the limit, but there's just no clipping his wings anytime soon. Milt Hatfield, someone you should know. Linda Kaufman, Newswatch 28.
Boy, what a man, what a plane. You could probably take thing off your driveway if it was just a little longer.
It looks like...
The plane is called a flying wing. The man who designed it is called a genius by many people. He's Milt Hatfield, inventor and aviator extraordinaire. The plane, basically a wing with a motor, is fiberglass over a wood frame. Milt thinks it could be sold as a kit for as little as $3,500.
It weighs less than 250 pounds. It fly easily 65 miles an hour. Gets off in about 150 feet, lands in the same. And it seems to be quite maneuverable. I've only flown it twice, so I'll know more about it after I fly it some more.
Milt took 2 years to build the plane after refining a design he first saw in 1932. The idea came from a South Bend foot doctor who built a prototype after he discovered that a foot pad could sail across the room. Milt was born in Niles. He started flying in 1927 after he built his first plane. His father refused to let him go up in that plane because he couldn't fly. So Milt traded the plane for lessons, and he's been up in the air ever since. More than 17,000 hours in everything but jets. He's been a trainer, acrobat, he even skyrode Alka-Seltzer. When he wasn't flying, Milt invented and sold things like electric wheelchairs, fiberglass roofing, and scooters. 67 years ago, he married Muriel, a woman with an aviation family who enjoys living with a man who can fix anything.
It's been very enjoyable, and of course, I could never say he was boring.
And there's absolutely no doubt in Muriel's mind that Milt should continue flying after more than 50 years in the air.
I have utter confidence in him because I know he won't do anything to jeopardize his life because he has so many more things he wants to do before the end comes.
And plans he does have, ranging from the personal to technical to philosophical.
I thought at one time I'd like to tell my grandchildren I'd been flying 50 years and hadn't ever had to use a parachute. Well, that's passed. Oh, really? So now maybe I can fly 100 years and say the same thing. I think it would be nice to be able to add to the knowledge of aviation, and that's what I'm trying to do, is to contribute some thoughts.
Milt Hatfield is 79. His next experimental plane, a flying wing that folds up so you can park it in the backyard, is due out by Labor Day.
There, how's that?
Reporting from Elkhart